voice that screams out unspoken time. Yeah, when they push you on, don't fret, here's a night who proves what's right. No more lies to deceive the right. Choose what you lose, and now take a piece of the world. Cannot find through what we want. That's how it's done this way. Time is running short, so why are you lost? Couldn't you believe the truth? Don't you worry, 'cause I'm here now, and we'll still shine. Time is cutting close, let's get out what's lost. The lights are laundering, and here's time. There's a word I'll keep for all time. Sometimes feel harder, but things will be right without a doubt. Yeah, when they choose me until today, I'll be a knight, brave and be mine. No more lies to blind my eye. Choose what you lose, and now take a piece of the world. Gonna fight through what I want. That's what it says. So close to the garden, head to life that I will hold. Now it's time to gather what's lost. Show me how stars fall down and still shine bright. Wherever you go, that I'll be your side, so that we can sail through the night. I'll keep through all time. Sometimes in life, the voice that screams out unspoken time. Yeah, when they push you on, don't fret, here's a night who proves what's right. No more lies to deceive the right. Choose what you lose, and now take a piece of the world. Cannot find through what we want. That's how it's done this way. Time is running short, so why are you lost? Couldn't you believe the truth? Don't you worry, 'cause I'm here now, and we'll still shine.
What's up, guys? Good Thursday afternoon. Welcome to your post-work physics class stream. We are kicking it off with Nikke, and we'll have a theory restart later on in the second half of the stream. This one might be a little bit quicker than we've been doing lately, just because I do have some things to do later tonight, but we'll still be doing everything that we need to do. We don't have solo raid yet anyway. It has been a struggle. Shift Up is definitely struggling. I've heard people say that they think Nikke is being run by like a skeleton crew like recently, and that's why we have so many bugs. I don't know if that's actually true. I will say I have heard that kind of a common model for gacha games and like mobile games in general, or any kind of like lower development cost live service games, I guess you could say, is to have like really experienced good developers for the first few months, and then it kind of gets passed off to people that are just sort of like, you know, artists and like beginner coders who can just kind of like copy what's already been there and keep going and can run into problems. So I don't know if that's what's actually happening with Nikke. Bugs happen. I wouldn't say that like there's any particular cause for concern, but that is a very common business practice to happen. And then, you know, just like people don't know like what's happening with the code anymore, and like, oh, it's always been done that way, and then they don't know how to fix it and so on. So who knows? That's all speculation, but we've been down this road before. This is Behemoth Part 2. This is exactly what happened with Behemoth, actually. It's now been suspended twice, although this is actually better than what happened with Behemoth, because Behemoth kept getting stopped in the middle of challenge mode, and so it was really frustrating to lose all the work they put in the challenge mode. Fortunately for this one, they've identified issues before challenge mode actually started, so we just have to wait a little bit longer. As far as the other part of the title, we're going to be fighting the final boss of whatever that tower mode is. I forget what it's called. And from what I hear, she's pretty scary. So we'll see if we can beat it, but we'll give a crack at it. And I'll be showcasing Yelly as well. But anyway, let me see who we have in chat. We got Lone Syndicate, Kikro, Orifly, Sophia, Viscachon, and Dr. Yiggles. Welcome and hello, everybody. Hello, bro, late again. Someone revoke his teaching license. Hey, it's my class. I'll start it when I want. Orifly popping in with the Bunny Viper. Tuned in for class while you pack. Nice. Hopefully the packing goes well. I know that can be a ton of work as someone who just moved like a year ago, as some of you guys know. I know that's it's a lot of work. Hello, yo, yo, yo. Hey. Think big fat pile of BS. We had bugs since day one. Well, don't think it holds up. I mean, yes and no. I could see it being pretty 50-50, to be honest. What's up, Lone Syndicate? Welcome. All right, let's go ahead and collect things. Slay the red dots. No red dots will survive today. Many red dots will be hurt in the making of this stream. Dr. Eagles showing off the Quincy emoji.
Build you everything you need. Come again if you need anything.
Hey, did anybody buy the Senti skin? Is that available right now? I actually don't even know. I thought the Senti skin wasn't in the game yet, but then the survey that we had that just started today asked about our satisfaction with the Senti skin, and I was like, is that a mistake in the survey? Like, did they mean to ask that question?
Thank you for coming.
So I don't know. I'm gonna look. Like,
Can I help you with anything else?
I don't really think that's available yet, right? Am I crazy?
Successful transaction.
Because they don't really do the standalone, like, just buy the skins anymore. And there's no pass for it. And it's not a gacha skin. Like, we have our 2 gacha skins. Like, that should be for the summer event. I don't even know. Can we even see it in the preview of looking at Senti? Most of you guys probably don't even know what I'm talking about. Some of you do, for sure. If we go to view mode. Okay, yeah, so we can see it in here. But this is not available yet, right? Yeah, next mission pass. Yeah. But so they asked, that's kind of what I thought it should be. So they asked, they're like, you know, what is your satisfaction for the ocean repair Senti skin? And like, what did you like about it? And I was like, do they know this isn't even in the game yet? I mean, technically it is, but like, I don't know, it seemed weird that they're doing like a customer feedback survey before anybody can even buy it. And yeah, this is a good looking skin. I don't think I need to sell anybody on this. Yo, those tan lines. She just rang out her shirt. Okay, all right, chill. This was one of the first skins ever, which honestly I was tempted to buy this one because this is back when Senti was like super top tier, and it's a pretty good skin. I liked it, but I have a rule of not buying standalone skins, and so I didn't. But now this is a bit of an upgrade, and since it's part of a pass this time, I'll be getting this. Hopefully that means Senti gets a treasure soon, because I'd like to use her again. She's one of my like OG favorites. Senti was a beast. You will be getting the skin. Yeah, I imagine a lot of people will be. It's the first time you've seen it, and that looks top tier. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people don't even know that it's in there. I mean, like, some people know that you can go look at it, but I'm pretty sure most people have not seen that skin. And that is 100% top tier. All right, let's grab some more mission pass stuff. Is today the day when we get Raven? It is. Okay, that's hype. That is hype. Speaking of top tier, skins don't mean anything in terms of treasure. I mean, doesn't mean she won't be in the next treasure batch. It could be. All right, we gotta do advise sessions. Isabel, who I got to max limit break in our last summoning.
I'll be waiting.
Feed into her delusions. Feed into her delusions. Do we know what the next banners are? No, we don't.
We've gotten closer, but I may end up regretting it.
All right, Maiden. Yo, we're talking to all the summer skins. It's kind of just how that worked out. Wasn't planned that way. It's just who I have to advise for today. Viper got a gotcha skin and a treasure at the same time. That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know if skins have like a specific significance as far as like indicating who will get a treasure, but I wouldn't rule it out. Wouldn't rule it out. Is it? It's as much copium as thinking A2 and TB will be getting a treasure. I mean, I don't know. Why is it copium? Like, they could pick any random unit, and Senti's a launch unit. She could totally be in the next batch of treasure units. I don't think that's far-fetched at all. Kikro says we do know the next banners is A2 and 2B. Well, I mean, if that's what you mean, yes, we do know that the near collab is right around the corner. But as far as like the next new banners, we have no idea. Question is, when does Ether get an SSR? Ether has the physique. I think she gets overlooked a lot, but if we get an SSR version of her, maybe a surprise summer version, I think a lot of people will be excited about that. Dude, I don't want to keep hunching forward. I need to like activate posture checks for chat or something. All right, that's all our advice. By the way, a random commenter asked me about this. I feel like probably most people have figured this out, but if you're a new player, and I know there's a lot of new Stellar Blade players out there that came to Nikke, you can't advise your collab units, okay? So the advise button will always be grayed out. You can only give them gifts. I just want to point that out because I got questions about it on a video. So yeah, save up your gifts, give them the abnormal gifts, give them the generic gifts, but you can't advise them. That's the only way that you can level them up. You'd rather Ether stays in the lab and never returns. Dang, that's harsh. Hey, hey. It is a good day. All right. Let's go put the swimsuit on Raven. Where's her girl? Dude, she made it to top row. Raven's getting buff. I've really liked this alternate skin. You guys know I'm not like a big fan of her normal design, but I've liked the alternate skin. But this one was top 3 favorite skins in Stellar Blade for me. So Raven getting this one's huge.
I must return to his
Huge. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This is probably, as much as I said Eve looks good in everything, and I was a big fan of all the selections they made for Eve, with like the skin suit, the Neuralink suit, they're all really good. But this one, I think, is the best skin of the collab.
I must return to his side.
And like, okay, obviously it's like major Gooner bait, right? But beyond that, it's just a sick design. Like, it's such a cool, like, kind of cyberpunk, like, modern take on like what a swimsuit would look like. And like on an Android, I don't know, it's super cool. It was called like there were like 3 different variations of it, and one of them I think was called like cyberpunk bondage or something, because it had some extra like strappy things as well, but kind of with the like rope laced up effect. It's pretty cool. It activates the neurons. All right, let's also change the frame. This is a nice frame, but I don't like how much it covers up. Like, it really kind of like encroaches on the picture. This one's kind of better. Like, you can see more. I like this one better. We'll go with that one. Besides, we got to give Raven some representation. Since we've already got, you know, smiling Eve's face, we got to have the frame for Raven. Do I have all the units? Okay, yeah, I do. Neve should get the next SSR treatment? Dude, that would be sick. I'd be okay with that. If you're a new player and you don't know who Neve is, she was our first seasonal SR unit and was actually really good on launch. She like hit really hard. She's the bear girl.
Oh,
She was for our first winter event.
you're so warm and cuddly.
Raven is very shiny in that outfit. Dude, Raven is very shiny. Oh, let's update the lobby too. So we'll take out normal Raven. Well, that's already her alternate. But let's put in the new skin.
This is all for him.
Dusty isn't so bad.
Let's finish this in one fell swoop. I must return
There we go.
to his side.
Dude, did they actually change her animation in this skin? They do, right?
I am glad
Because she doesn't like put her hand to like her forehead. There's actually like a different animation change. That's pretty cool. Now she's just doing like a relaxing stretch. Raven's frame reminds you of 2B's frame. Just simple and clean. Yeah. Maybe that's why I like it. Because I always used that one for a long time. A lot of SRs need to get the SSR treatment for real. Is there any way you can get nikke now? Yes. So typically when they do like the seasonal events again, they'll have like items that allow you to either select like the new seasonal unit or a copy of an old one. So I would expect that to happen again, and then you can just choose copies of nikke. But I mean, I don't know for sure what they will do. But that's what they've done in the past. Every skin gets different tap animations. Yeah, I wouldn't say every skin gets different tap animations. But yeah, I guess a lot of them do. Oh, we can just skip this. For a second, I went in like, I'm like, what buff am I going to select? I'm like, I don't know why I'm even bothering to think about that. What's up, Angel? Just got Raven. Should you drop rocks on her, or is she still bugged? She is not bugged, and yes, she is worth it. Oh my god, Eve. Yo. Distractions. Yeah, nikke has always been pretty popular. She is pretty cute. Snowy bear girl. Do you remember? She was like a big hero for like fighting Gravedigger back in the day. All right. Time to intercept. Sometimes I just like to let the intro animations play because they're pretty badass. Oh, that was clean. That was clean. I did it in one quick swoop. Should we go for tier 9 instead of tapping out at 7? Let's go for the tier 9. I gotta check back in with Harvester soon and see if I can get tier 9 on him yet. Bobble, bobble. bubble, bubble. Ah, I messed up the timing. Well, tier 9 is probably not going to be possible. I delayed on those tentacles before too long. I think that was the problem. Oh well. Whatever. Helm against the world right here. What overload stats is Raven looking for? Attack, element, ammo? Pretty much. I mean, charge speed will benefit her too. You could do... like, ideal is probably... crit is also good on her too, though. But, you know, basically the standard DPS stuff. The more unique one is Eve, where you really want to build for crit. And, like, you don't really care much about ammo.
With this, we're one step closer to our dream.
That was kind of garbage. We didn't really get a lot of good rewards for that. One custom module. Did I get, what, one from those whole run? From all 3 runs? Did I even get a second one? Okay, so speaking of overloads, it's time to upgrade Raven a bit. We're not going to be able to get to tier 5, but we'll get our helmet to 4. Dude, without the full burst day, farming the, like, armor is just such a grind. It takes so long. And this is coming from someone who, like, full clears, like, anomaly interception, right? Dude, it was so bad back in the day.
I must return to his side.
How many custom modules do I have? 3. Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm probably not gonna re-roll my Raven anymore, because she has pretty good lines. I just don't want to invest that many more rocks into her. Like, it's already pretty great, to be honest. You know, like, is it perfect? No, I mean, because I don't even have a line 2 right here, right? But I think she's looking good where she's at.
Some individuals didn't tag along.
What I do want to do is get this to phase 15, which is proving difficult, but what else is new? I always have bad luck on this. Dude, I am a broke boy. Alright, alright. 2.2% chance, guys. 2.2% chance. Pray to RNGesus, please. Whoa, I'll give him some extra rubs. Yeah. Keep jumping, keep jumping. Phase 15, let's go. No, okay, alright. I gotta try. That black line of charge speed is amazing. Dude, for real. I think that's only my second, maybe third black line ever that I've gotten, actually. After like 50 crystals, you were finally able to get a decent roll on Raven's boots. Even got a blue line of elemental. Nice! Blue line of elemental is great. What is a blue line? Okay, well let's take a look. Do I have one on her? I don't know if I do. Okay, alright. So most stats are going to show up as just like here, like the white background with black lettering, right? That's going to be like your standard, like low to mid values. If you get a really high value, or if you get a max value, I should say, you get the black line. This is showing that this is as high as it gets. I think technically it's not maybe the last two, but basically it's as high as it can get. If you get the blue lettering, which I don't know if I have on any, I gotta find a unit that has it. We'll find one eventually. There's another black line, so that's the max elemental damage. Okay, here we go. So like here we have a blue stat of elemental damage. So this is just a really, really high value. This isn't the max, like the black one that's highlighted in black, but this is a close to max value. That's all that means. It's just like a visual indicator rather than like just the displayed numerical values. So if you see it, you know it's good. Okay, what's next? Let's go back. Arena. Welcome to the challenger. It almost felt offensive to be saying that. I don't know. Like, am I gonna get in trouble for mimicking his accent? Why did I refresh Rookie Arena? I don't care. I'm just gonna fight this person. I forgot which arena I went into. I was like, is this special arena? My brain is special right now. No, it's just been a long day of work. I had a meeting that went right up until before I started streaming. And then I got to meet friends right after stream. So this day has been like, go, go, go. Unless you get a blue or black line of something like defense, those will be bad no matter what. If it's blue or black line. Yeah, basically, you don't want defense on anything. Like, even your most defensive units probably still don't want defense. It's just not a good stat. Because, like, even if you look at, like, Noah, like, yeah, defense is going to be fine on her, but, like, she's, like, a super defensive unit. Like, she's literally all about defense. But, like, the defense stat is just not that relevant in the damage formula for Nikke. And even then, you probably want, like, I probably didn't even re-roll her because I don't care what her lines are. But, like, you would probably want, like, charge speed on her or ammo or, like, you know, stuff like that, and you still don't even really care about defense. And, like, for your DPS, like, auto roll defense, like, get rid of that shit. If you roll a black line of defense, you get a special stat up by 80%. Yeah, I wish. What field do I work in? Streaming, of course. Alright, I gotta find a good target that probably doesn't exist. Dang, look at this other dude is flexing a Core 7 Eve. What a copycat. Get your own look, man. Didn't know Sparks had overloads on his Noah. Yeah, I mean, at some point, I don't remember. I mean, this is like a long time ago, right? I was just trying to push up my CP for Arena. This is like way back in the day when I like cared about trying to do well in Arena, you know? And I think I just had like extra stuff and didn't have anything else to overload, so might as well overload Noah, you know? Need to learn about locks and stuff. No idea why, when to use locks. I mean, basically you just want to use a lock on a stat that you want, right? So like if you If you roll elemental damage, you're like, yeah, I want to keep that, then lock it, you know? As far as knowing when it's optimal to do that, though, even though I've done this many times on stream, generally you don't want to lock something in that top stat because you could be re-rolling a lot and just like never get something on the lower ones because it's a lower chance to get anything on that. But yeah, I mean that could be like a really complicated conversation and be like pretty unit specific on like what you want to lock or not lock, you know. You don't know why defense is even a stat. They should get rid of it. Dude, that's true. Their name was Raven. How did I even miss that? They should totally... Let's see if we can find them again. What is this shit? Their name is Raven and their profile picture isn't even Raven. What a missed opportunity. Does this guy even game? What is happening? What's up, Vermouth? Welcome to stream. Dev should make some defense scaling characters. Yeah. I mean, they kind of have, but not actual defense scaling. I think it's just one of those things that's like a knowledge check or kind of a teaching moment for like newer players, right? Like you need to learn to evaluate like what's good or not, or what's you know, something that you should keep or not. I've said this before, and I think a lot of people don't agree with it, but like games should have some bad things in them. Like you should be able to make bad choices. Nice, Vermouth finally got Helm's favorite item today. Congrats, that's a big milestone. She's pretty OP with her treasure. I don't think there's anybody we can fight here, I'm gonna be honest. I think I just have to wait until I get knocked down more and then fight somebody again. Wait, oh, yeah, okay. Tribe Tower. I like how we got a defense as a stat with no defense scalars, but we get HP scalars, no HP stat. Yeah, you know what? That's something that I thought was weird. Like, why is there no overload line for HP? I totally agree. And that's what I was getting at earlier when I was like, they kind of made defense scaling units, but not really. Like, so like 2B, which you guys will be able to get when in the rerun in a week. She scales off of HP, which is cool, but like, why can't we also get that for defense? Or why can't we roll an HP line on an overload, you know?
I'll be treating this no different.
Alright, going into Elysian Tribe Tower.
Engaging with enemy. Commander, stay behind me. Target was on time for class. Nothing left aside.
Do we have units that scale off a crit? Is that a thing?
Reload.
Maybe it is. Who scales off a crit?
Was on time for class. Target eliminated.
HP you'd be okay with because it would be more survivability? Yeah, okay, of course, watch. It would just be like flat increase of like 1000 HP or something. Instead of like a percentage.
Was on time for class to begin. Fire it well. I should start preparing for the next class.
I should start preparing for the next class. Dude, who knew? Who knew what all these girls said in English? Not me, that's for sure. K scales off a crit rate. Huh. I've forgotten. And I didn't pull for her. But like her damage, it's not just that she has a crit rate based kit. Her damage is actually directly scaled off of whatever her crit rate is. That's cool if that's true. And if that is true, I mean, she's a brand new unit, so maybe we will get a true defense scaler in the future then. Who's going fire at will? Is that Helm? I feel like that's probably Helm, right?
I should start preparing for the next class.
No thank you, Rupee. I don't want what you're selling. Should we do some molds later? Maybe we'll do some molds later. Sup, Raisin? If it will be a part 2 of Stellar Blade collab, they should add next Tacky. Yes, they should absolutely add Tacky. I 100% agree with you. Tell that to Shift Up.
This place will become ruins now.
This place will become ruins now.
What a shame.
Kind of has a very melancholy? That's not how you say that. Melancholy feel to it. Like, I don't remember other collabs. I feel like when you get towards the end of other collabs, everything gets kind of happier. But in this one, it just feels kind of sad. Like, oh, Eve left. It's all over, you know? Yo, Eve over here on the side. Yeah, that... Dang. I should probably aim at these. I was not aiming at those at all. Oh my god. There we go.
I wasted my time. Moving on.
But yeah, you're talking to the Tacky #1 fan.
We can. For now,
I was pretty disappointed that she was not in this collab.
everyone's left.
Big L.
I didn't get a chance to properly say goodbye.
It just gives me like hope that they'll add her later, but I don't think they will. Pretty sure they won't. It's pretty sad though. I mean, you guys know that like even in my like intro screen for every stream, Tacky's on there. So even if she's not in the game, I'm bringing her into the stream.
The perfect time to kick
You saying the volume, hold my soda can? Yeah. Eve. Okay, so before I think it was like 2B volume. Is Eve in the top 3 now? Is Eve like... Has Eve outdone volume? And has she even outdone 2B? We're asking the important questions here today. All right. Let's do a poll. All right, most. Hold up. right, so we're gonna do volume 2B Eve. I think these are like pretty much undisputed, like the three queens. Okay. All right, we have started the poll. We have to do an academic study. We are in physics class, okay? This is... This is our lab hour right here. You would have preferred Tacky over Raven personally? Yeah. I mean, Raven's cool. Tacky would have been even cooler. They will save her for the next Stellar Blade collab run. Dude, I hope so, Sophia. I hope so. I'm highly skeptical, but I hope so. Put them all on the same team so we can compare, you know, for science. Snow White is a bit rude taking away soda cans. Dude, it's true. She's stealing all the food. Alright, guys. Okay. Alright. For science. For science. Here we go. Here we go. Let's put Raven over here. And oh, we can still keep Lily on there. We need volume. Where's our girl? All right, we got volume.
I will be joining your squad temporarily.
And 2B. Okay. Let's change the order here. All right. All right, for science, here we go, guys. All right, so we got volume. We're gonna put everybody in Ellison cover. We got volume. Judge what we're working with here. Okay, okay. We got 2B. Okay. Eve. Eve is up. Bro. Eve. I'm not gonna lie. I think there's been an escalation. I'm just saying. Volume was the original queen, and I think 2B took it up a notch, and now as soon as I switched to Eve after the direct comparison of those two, I was like, no, it's not even. Why is this even a choice? Like, I think there's a pretty clear answer. Just saying. I think they've been outdoing themselves each time. Chat, time to lock in. Eve wins. It's not even a debate. Leaf clearly has better jiggle physics. Dude, the jiggle was crazy. Eve's ass got upgraded. It's pretty amazing that Volume's still in the conversation. I mean, dude, Volume was kind of undisputed for a long time. Why can't Shift Up put Stellar Blade characters permanently in the game? I mean, yeah, they're not going to do that, though. Eve 100%. Dude, I agree. Like, it just became so obvious. Like, the moment we were doing direct comparisons, it was like, bro. Dude, Eve is currently ahead by 89%. Okay. Yeah. Tacky mode, Eve, gotcha skin, win. Dude, that would be dope. Dude, I think... Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert for Stellar Blade, okay? If you want to mute me for the next 60 seconds or whatever, okay? Here we go. I think it would have been super sick to have Tacky in the game. You guys already know that. And then they did gotcha skins of Eve with her angel form. And Tacky with her Natiba form. And then Raven with her Natiba form. That would have been so freaking sick. Alright, you guys can unmute me. Not that you'll know to be able to unmute me. And I guess technically, I said angel. That's kind of a Natiba form too. So like all three of them could have gotten their Natiba forms. Volume is what sold a lot of people to play the game. Dude, that's totally true. Volume definitely was the main marketing factor at launch for Nikke. 100%. Where's this last can? What is happening over here? You're hoping Eve's burst would have been tacky mode? That would have been cool. Over spec for the collab characters? Yeah, maybe. Dude, another person says volume was the reason you started this game. Oh, dude, there's a thing right here. There's a thing. Here we go. A2 wasn't a poll because she just wins automatically. I mean, hey, you guys know A2 is my girl. I'm actually A2 over B. But, see what I did there? A2, B, anyway. But yeah. In this particular instance, I think 2B has a bit of an advantage. I wonder if it's down here. Let's go down here into the archive thing. What if they add Alita Battle Angel in this game? I don't know much about it, but it seems like a plausible world that could like meld well, but I kind of doubt that it would be a likely collab.
What a shame.
Overspec wouldn't work because it would have to be a limited 1% banner. Never underestimate what will happen in a gacha game. I think Shift Up is like pretty good. They haven't gone like super crazy on stuff like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if it happened at some point. It's possible. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. All the players would hope not. Wait, is there one right here? Or is this just like stuff in the camp?
I didn't get a chance to properly say goodbye.
I think it might be literally right there.
Adam,
Dude, it's totally right here. That is sneaky. Putting it in the camp like that. Yo, we were just talking about that. Snow White just snagged it. Then just pieced out right through the vending machine. Rude.
we've done everything we can. For now, this is enough.
Two more, two more. Alright, minigame.
Left. I didn't get.
Seems Chainsaw Man isn't gonna have a part 2 collab. Yeah, that's definitely copium. If they add anything else before Gurren Lagann or Edge Runners, you run the possibility of giving up on Shift Up. I mean, Gurren Lagann is a pipe dream. Let's be real. Cyberpunk, on the other hand, I don't see that as being impossible. I feel like that could totally happen. It's even been on the survey as like a thing that they know is out there that people like. And like obviously you could get the worlds to kind of like blend too. Like I think that would be cool. Cyberpunk is possible. Dude, I have gotten a lot of Pilgrims in the collab. It's kind of crazy. Okay. Boss challenge. Alright, we got Brute today. He's a big broody boy. He's the first boss you ever fight. And then you can find him later on as kind of like a secret boss. But he is technically the first boss you ever fight. It's kind of like one of those, like, you're supposed to lose against them, like in Dark Souls. Dude, I couldn't tell when he was attacking. He was transitioning, but I never, like... I was like, okay, do your attack, bro. Oh, did you see that? I dodged with the burst attack. I'm just showing off now. Okay, I got too cocky. Got too cocky. That one's actually a hard one to dodge in the game. It's kind of hard to parry in the minigame, though. It's definitely harder than in the real game, because everything's like a little weird, right? If you're on mobile, it's 100% harder in general. Yes. Mobile is... I mean, they did a good job for, like, what it is. But, like, it's definitely wonky. Oh. I shouldn't have been looking at chat. Dude, whenever they do the transition attacks, it's really hard to figure out like when you're supposed to dodge that. Oh, I missed a blink opportunity. You kind of hate when the camera starts moving? Yeah. Whenever they try and make it like all cinematic for the changes, it's pretty annoying. They had some other game at Costco today. Yo, wait, all right, we're going to run errands with Vermouth. They had another game at Costco today on their demo TVs. They'd sell a lot more showing Stellar Blade, just saying. I mean, maybe. Costco is, you know, a family-friendly establishment. They probably can't play like M-rated games, you know? All right, let's go. How do I get out of here? Back. Right. Missions. Claim, claim, claim. Hey, look at that. This one's kind of funny, actually. That one's kind of funny. What is this? Oh, just skill manuals. Okay. Let's put it in the lobby, I guess. Take out normal Eve for a second. Alright, but we need to enhance. So enhance attack. But you can upgrade this a lot. Like, I'm still not even to the maximum. Probably can't buy anything in the shop either. No, okay. Oops. I didn't mean to exit. We gotta fight him on challenge.
Eve, Adam.
Okay. Boss challenge. Brute. Still got that 1-star gear. Oh, finally I dodged the transition. How am I doing on time? I think I'm gonna be okay. Aw, I dodged, but I didn't get the blink? What happened? Dude, using the skill to dodge is pretty peak. They should do a collab with Ghost in the Shell someday. Dude, that would be sick. I mean, maybe if there's like a new like movie that comes out with like standalone complex or something, maybe. Ah, I thought he was done. I thought he was done with his little combo. Dude, that's like the ultimate combo right there. Like dodge, and then he rolls forward to do it again, and then you jump up with your attack to dodge. This guy's done. But dude, I'd totally be down for a Ghost in the Shell collab. The original Ghost in the Shell movie is one of my favorite animes of all time. I'm just kind of like a big fan of like cyberpunk in general too. All right, well that's it. Like that's literally everything. But Should I buy better gear just for the fun of it? I get 2-star speed increase gear. Let's do it. I guess I need to purchase more items for the like missions anyway. I'm gonna miss this minigame. Although I guess if I ever miss the minigame, I should just go play Stellar Blade. By the way, I can't guarantee this, but I'm gonna try and do a Stellar Blade stream sometime tomorrow. So if you guys are available, I'll be doing like nikke content in Stellar Blade. I still have not had a chance to even try it out myself. And I said I would stream it, and I'd like to do it before the collab is over. So I'm gonna try and do it tomorrow. We'll see though. If not, maybe sometime over the weekend. But sometime soon. Alright, let's get the last of these skill up materials. Nikke community hated Evangelion. Not sure if Ghost in the Shell would fare better. Maybe. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, like... I shouldn't be saying this as a content creator. I'm supposed to make everybody happy, right? But like, sometimes I just think like, the Nikke community is lame. Not you guys, not you guys. And in general, I think the Nikke community is actually really cool. But sometimes when I think there's like a small percentage of people out there that will like only like things if it's like the most sexualized thing ever. You know what I mean? And it's like, it doesn't have to be like that, you know? All right, let's go back to the lobby.
I hope we meet again someday.
That said, Ghost in the Shell definitely has fan service in it. Like that is, it was kind of like famous for that back in the day. I mean, you literally have like nude androids. Ah, this is cute. This is fun. Look at them fishing in the background. What kind of fish is this, guys? Any fishing expert? Is this a trout? A salmon? A sea bass? I'm just naming fish now. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Dude, the story for the Stellar Blade collab has been peak, for sure. Yeah, there were people who hated on Nier because it collabs with everything. Which is another thing that, like, people, like, was, like, a generic complaint about Evangelion 2. It's like, oh, Evangelion collabs with everything. Nier collabs with everything. And, like, people just like to complain. Like, there's just people out there who are going to be unhappy, you know? But that's fine. As long as, like, most people aren't like that, and I don't think most people are like that. It's a perch. Okay, you heard it from Orifly. That fish is a perch. I didn't even know that was a type of fish, but it is now, I guess. Based on the expert opinion of Orifly, who has been fly fishing for the better part of 15 years, I believe. I just made up a story about him. For the record, I don't know Orifly IRL. He may or may not know anything about fish. Did he go on fishing trips every weekend with his dad growing up? Possibly. Most likely not. Did I make up everything I said? Yes. Hot take, you love all three collabs, love Ghost in the Shell, Nikke community can burn with hatred. Fair. Tell us how you really feel. You just ignore those types. Yeah, I mean, and that's honestly, that's not even just like Nikke players or gacha players. That's just like the internet in general, right? People just complain about crap. Or a fish is his other name. Or a fly fishing is his other name. How did we even get on this? I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Okay. Is there anything else to do? Anything? We don't have a solo raid to do shift up, so no, I guess there isn't anything else to do. It's kind of depressing. Let's go one more time through the carousel. Check out the lobby before we get into Etheria. Or you know what? You know what I haven't done in a minute? I should do another push in Tribe Tower. Let's do that. Let's do that. What are we on?
Virtual environment configuration.
Floor 671. All right, sweet. All right, we're gonna use the Stellar Blade girls. This is a decent comp, honestly.
Preparing mock battle.
It's not OP like what I could be using, but this is a decent comp. Hopefully we can clear some stuff with them.
Time to resume my regular duties. Under the light of the kingdom. Everyone follow me and attack. Under the light of the kingdom. Get lost.
Bro, even the skin suit, I think just accentuates it even more.
Light of the kingdom.
Am I getting banned?
When can we rest again?
When can we rest again? That's a good question. Good question.
I'm counting on you guys.
We're resting right now. We are, not you, Eve. We are.
Under the light of the kingdom. Under the light of the kingdom. Fire!
I wasted my time. Moving on.
I like that line.
You can always count.
Orfly says, I don't fish often, but when I do, it's for Lucy. That checks out. That checks out.
Under the light of the kingdom. Fire! Under the light of the kingdom. Fire!
We went into full burst. There weren't even any enemies to shoot.
Under the light of the kingdom. Did you see? Your king has won another victory. Bubbles at the ready.
Bubble what's already? What did Siren just say?
Under the light of the kingdom. Let's go.
Maybe it's like subliminal messaging, but Eve was stretching, and now I feel like I need to stretch. Dude, this one's kind of on the edge. Oh no, we died! We died. Alright. We'll retry it one more time. We could be using a stronger team here. But we'll retry it with Stellar Blade units. What am I doing? This is what I meant to do. Whoa, Eve already died. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is happening?
Time to show them what we're made of. Let's keep going.
Yo, apparently we got lucky the last time because everyone's just insta-dying this time. We made it to almost the very end of the level before. I didn't even realize this was a challenging level. I'm pushing my luck. I should be using like a legit team. But again, not like this is a bad team or anything. Like, this should be decently capable. Alright, we're staying alive this time. We're getting low on health. Oh boy. Raven and Siren went down. Now Helm went down. It's all over, guys. It's all over. Alright, alright. Looks like we're at too high of a level to just be using fun teams.
What? You expect me to go out in this outfit?
Okay, so we'll go with...
I'm always ready.
what?
Finally. It's time we can show everyone what we're capable of.
Yeah. Let's try this. I don't even know if this is like the best team to go with, but we'll try it again.
Gaze upon me, my audience. Oh. There are more?
Why is it the crab disco now all of a sudden? What happened? Dude, that shotgun sound effect is so good for Helm. Alright, it was too easy that way. It was overkill. I brought out the big guns.
I am most pleased with it. You can always count on quality training.
Dude, I just realized how long Cinderella's hair is. It's like trailing off the screen. It was probably dirty. That's not very beautiful. She needs Grave following behind her to like comb the dirt out of her hair whenever she stands up. Since I'm using Helm, did I know that Helm's English voice actor is Cinderella? I did not know that. I had no idea. Alright guys, I think it is Etheria time.
Am I the only one who came?
Wave goodbye to Raven. Where's my thing? There we go. Dude, I'm going to be pretty sad when the Stellar Blade collab is over. I think I say that about, like, almost every collab or a lot of events, if we're being real. But this one in particular, I will definitely miss it. We still got several days left, though. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. All right, so Etheria. We just had Yelly drop last night. I've been loving using her. She's pretty strong. Gotta change the game. Oh, also, I need to end the poll over on YouTube. Let's see what the official results are. Ending the poll. Okay, it evened out a lot more. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Okay, again, for science. So we have 17% voted for volume. 17% voted for volume. 26% said 2B. But Eve won by a pretty big margin at 56%. That's fair. I think everybody had like some fair representation there. I say it about every single collab, then event after collab always says, yeah, dude, it's true because I don't have time for like random event stories. Because I really like to enjoy like the big events, the anniversaries, the collabs. And then when it gets to like a random event, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do the dailies. Not worry about it. Speaking of events, we have Real Mocha's gotcha back. Dude, look at this little squirrel here. He's so fat. Is he wearing a helmet? That's kind of the cutest shit I've ever seen. It's so soft. I want to like nuzzle my face in it. Yelly is so good. Being able to back-to-back follow-up attack. Oh, okay. Like I used her against Sharon and she did 6 follow-ups in one turn. DPS was crazy. Dude, that is crazy. That's super great. I think the most I've chained with her was like 4, but it's still crazy. Oh, let me post. Hold up. Let me post on Discord real quick. Need a drink. Okay. So let's check in with the Union real quick, see where we're at. I have not done any combat attacks yet. Okay, well, we're in the lead. We're in the lead, which is cool. I mean, we don't know. Maybe they're going to like all play at like 10 o'clock tonight and then just like overtake us by like 1,000 points or something. But we're in the lead right now. That's nice. Especially considering they just got a free 100 points because one of our people went MIA as of yesterday, so we couldn't replace them. So technically they've only scored 190. So we have a nice good lead on here. Let's take a look at what the map is looking like. I won't show you our side of the formation on stream, but okay, we've burst through 4 down here and we're working on these purple ones. And we're almost through this one too. Okay, nice. Good work, guys. Good work. Good work. Making us proud. Okay, let's get into the challenge. And what do I want to start farming? I think I want to start farming. Actually, let's go to Threshold. I want to farm some Doki Doki. We'll farm Hell 3. I can't reliably farm Hell 4. So I'll have to farm Hell 3. The new pair that with the golden lion shell and the damage ramps up even more. Yeah, Lone Syndicate. I've been really enjoying using the golden lion shell as well. I don't know if that's actually like the best shell, but it has been working quite well. I think I forget his name now, but it's the one that I've been trying to farm. I posted about it on Discord. I think it's probably actually the best shell for her, but the lion is really, really good, and it's given me a chance to build something other than White Fang for a DPS, so that's been cool. Orify says, I realized I left you guys right before this occurred last time. Sorry about that. Was not on purpose. Hey, no worries, man. Stuff happens. We absolutely crushed it in that first round. We like obliterated our opponents anyway, so if it makes it better, we didn't need you. But appreciate the thought though. These guys are a lot tougher than the last union. Yeah, 100%. This is a much stronger opponent. But hey, like I said, we're off to an early advantage. So good work. I think we've been very well organized. Like everybody except for the random person that left has been active on Discord. You guys are paying attention to the spreadsheet. People are progressing. It's I think we're in a good place. All right, time to play our little board game. Oh, nice. We got shell metal. Upgrade, 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 upgrade. The first time I got one of those, I was like, do I need to spend something to upgrade this? Like, I didn't know what was happening. All right, one lap around. Oh, we literally landed on the corner. All right, but that's cool, though. It took us to the secret path. Okay, nice. That's all I can do for today, but that was cool. What can we buy in the shop? I will save up for this. Definitely want that red shadow print. All right, I've not tried the Cage Rumble yet. So this is our brand new event. This is the boss rush tower mode kind of thing. I won't try that quite yet. Anything I want to do here? Ember Trek. Okay, so this is what I was saying I got to the last boss on. I feel like she might be really hard. Yeah, I've heard she's super hard. I don't even know what her mechanics are. I haven't tried her yet, but let's see. Let's see what this boss is like. She's got a crazy design. It's pretty cool. A lot of the like giant boss ladies, whatever, are pretty cool in this game. Okay, what do I want here? Okay, so I think these Astarte, no. Oh no, the Fang and Claw I think are like her minions. Okay. This feels super dangerous. Anytime you increase the enemy's speed, that seems super dangerous. Also, just more HP and attack is not good. So I'm not sure what this does. But I think we're going to pick these first three as our handicaps. All right. What kind of team do I want? I'm not sure what I'm walking into here. So we want Lily and Rosa Linglo, Hellkit. I think this is probably pretty standard. Do I want to use Yelly? Or do I want to be super tanky and use Valerian? I don't really know what's going to be needed here. All right, let's feel it out. I'll use Valerian. Just, I don't know if this is... We don't have a lot of DPS here. I mean, I have Rosa, so that's a lot of DPS already. But let's see how this goes. Lone Syndicate forgot to do this event. Yeah, jump on it. You still have some time, though. Okay, so I think we buff Hellkid right away. Get our shield on. We're going to try ignoring the ads and go straight for the boss. For most bosses, not all the bosses, but for most bosses, you want to just go focus on them. Alright, sure, single target. Okay, that wasn't crazy. That wasn't crazy. It kind of hit Lily for a lot, but still not crazy. I don't know what the boss is going to do, so I'm not sure what the right thing to do with Valerian is. But I think I will just make Lily invincible just in case. Alright, we'll AoE them. Sure, attack down. Fortunately, the boss seems pretty slow. Usually, if a boss is going to be super hard, it's because they get to go first and they just like nuke you repeatedly and it's crazy. But it looks like I'm keeping up with speed, so that's okay. Oh no, we just all got stunned. Oh, that's not good. Okay, having to deal with stuns is not good. We all took damage, so we're going to equalize health with Valerian again. I don't know if this is like optimal strategy at all, so we're just doing our best. Alright, we will AoE heal. It's funny, it went from kind of like Lily had a little bit of damage to suddenly everybody had a bunch of damage. Alright, we're already back up and running with Hellkid's shield again. I don't know if things are going to get crazier, because sometimes that can happen. But so far, yeah, we'll buff Rosa. I mean, we're doing well. We're already got it down like to about 60% of health. And things are okay. Okay, we're to the halfway point. So far, the ads have not really been a concern. Do I do the auto heal now? I think I'll just wait. Okay, fortunately, the DPS is not crazy at all. The boss is not hitting me for a lot. I might have gone too heavy on the like sustainability. Maybe I didn't need Valerian. Could have added like Kloss or Freya possibly. On the other hand, sometimes then we'll just like suddenly lose a lot of health, so oof. Oh no, and Ling Lo is stunned. The random stuns are not good. So maybe I don't want to cut down on my survivability. Oh, good thing I made Lily invincible there. Dude, the stuns are a problem. Oh no, and we're silenced? Okay, things have gotten significantly worse. This is definitely significantly worse. Lily just died. Dude, how did things get so much crazier? I said this can happen. Sometimes with bosses, you get like to the halfway point and like suddenly you're dead. Okay, alright. Well, this might be a throwaway. But we'll see, we'll see. They got like 40% of health. Orfly's heading out. Have a good weekend. Yeah, good luck with the rest of the packing, man. Thanks for coming through. 3 people are down. All right, this is gone off the rails. Let's bring up the shield again. We're gonna play this out just to see like what more happens. So the boss herself isn't actually that threatening. Those ads, though, that's what was killing me. Should I be attacking the ads? Is that a thing? Is that a thing that I should be doing? Is anybody in chat already beat this thing? Let me read these again. Yeah, I think we'll just go for these again. Do I need some crowd control? Maybe I should try Kraken. I don't know if these guys can be freezed well, but if they can be freezed, that might help me a lot. All right, we'll test this. We'll test this. Okay, so let's start with just Kraken right away. Let's see if he can land a freeze. Okay, so we did freeze one guy, so we know at least it's possible to freeze them. What is this buff that they have anyway? I didn't pay attention to this before. Changes the affinity to odd. Oh, okay, because they rotate through different affinities. Okay, okay. Dude, that hit like a truck. I wasn't really paying attention to how much damage these guys took before. Let me see. When Rosa does her AoE. They don't take much damage. They do not take much damage. Okay, so let's see if we can keep using Kraken to freeze them every now and then. And let's not bother with the AoE with Lily and just hit the boss. So we won't bother doing damage to them, but we'll see if we can keep freezing them. Alright, attack down. I am concerned that we won't have enough sustainability now, since things got really crazy at the end there. That said, if the freeze strategy works, similar to like the Doki Doki fight, then we just like won't even take that much damage. Okay. Let's see if we can get this to work. Please land the freeze, Kraken. Nice. All right, we froze all 3 of them. All right, yeah. So like if we can get that kind of thing to happen, then I think we don't have anything to worry about. Whether that will actually work or not, who knows? Dude, the stuns are kind of a problem though. And that, I don't know if we can do anything about. Unless we just have like major effect resistance, but... Dang. Big damage, big damage. Okay, at least we landed one freeze. Not having a big heal up is kind of not good. Do we have shield from Hellkid? He was stunned, so I don't even know. Ooh, I wonder if we get hit by a bunch of guys now. Hellkid is stunned again. Oof, no heal up and ready for Linglo. Alright, we need to land this freeze. We absolutely need to land this freeze. Only on one enemy. We're probably cooked. We are probably cooked. Feels like these guys have pretty high effect resistance compared to like the Tokidoki fight. And yeah, they're just wiping us now. So maybe trying to freeze them isn't going to work that well. We may have to go back to just trying to survive with heals. Okay. Let's exit the level. Maybe we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. Why do I have stuff in the event? Oh, more Real Mocha stuff. Okay, we're still farming this, so let's try the Cage Rumble. So I've not done this ever. It's kind of like the theme of today's stream, I guess. Not sure how this works, but we're fighting Nico Nana first. Presumably I can keep using the same units through the whole thing, but I don't know. This is like my standard Nico Nana farming team. But let's also add Linglo. Welcome anybody new coming into the stream. Consider giving a follow if you're watching on Twitch, or a subscription and a like if you're watching on... Oh, is this auto? If you're watching on YouTube. I think it's just only auto. I can't use manual. Okay. Well, that's how it was for the Infinity Train as well. So, also, this guy has massive HP. 4,999 health bars. How are we supposed to beat this guy? Is this a real thing? Battle countdown. Do we just do as much damage as possible in the 4 minutes? I didn't read the rules for this at all. I didn't read the rules for this at all. I couldn't set targets either. This is completely on auto. This is like more auto than normal auto. Alright, well I don't want to get cocky here like I did against Astartes, but does not look like death is going to be a problem. We're only ranked D so far though, we got 3 minutes left. Man, I feel like the Gigabyte shells are underrated. Is that what they're called? Gigabyte? The one that I have on Lily right now. I feel like for any supporters, it's just insane. Like, probably not really in PvP, but in long fights like this, you just like keep getting extra turns from it. It feels really good. Because if you think about like how good like Codex of Magic and what's the other one? But the ones that like reduce skill cooldown are, Gigabyte basically does the same thing. Because like if you just get an extra turn, you also cool down your skills an extra time. And you get a chance to like attack with whatever you have up and running already. We're up to a C rank. We got about 1 minute left. No one's been even close to dying. So this may be the situation where I could have gotten away with more DPS. But really the only real, like, I just have Ling low and everybody else is, like, pretty offensively oriented. So maybe this was a good squad. Ten seconds. Does not look like we're going to get to B. It was not to be. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Gotta bring back the puns. Alright. Alright, pretty good rewards for just a random fight. I don't know what happens after this, though. I thought it was going to be like waves of boss after us, but okay, I guess I just like unlocked the next challenge. So now I can fight Sharon. Okay. Rumble quests. Oh, okay. Ooh, nice. We can get perfect lattice fragments. Okay, these are really good rewards right here. Okay, and some summons, more perfect lattice. You can even get the orange summons. Okay, this is absolutely worth. Do not neglect this game mode. Completed this. Nothing super great. Oh, we lost one of them, huh? But yeah, nothing super great there. Okay. So let me show you my Yelly. So I tried a few different gear sets on her. At the moment, I have this. I wouldn't really recommend using Bramble on her, but that's what my Lion was. So that's why I went with Bramble. The Bramble, I talked about this on Discord with people this morning, does not work with chaining her skill 1. So even if she does the counterattack, it doesn't seem to work with that, unfortunately. That said, it uses her skill 1 more, which is really good for the Lion, because he's going to give her more damage every time she uses it. And momentum is very solid with her, like, because you want her to be critting all the time, right? So like I have a base crit right here of 66%, and then when I use her skill 3, she gets, is it skill 3? What is it? Skill 1? Bruh. Let's see. Oh, here, right here. Okay. I'm like, I don't know, I missed it. So then when she uses her skill 3, she gives herself a crit rate up of 30%. So we're up to 96% crit rate. So, you know, almost 100 there. Other sets that I tried her with was like what I have here with Hoyan right here. Using Battle Wheel. That was pretty effective with with Yelly. I just don't have a leveled up as good of set with her, and I wanted to use the lion with Yelly as well, which is, again, why I kind of started using the bramble. But Battle Will does chain with her follow-up attacks, which is pretty cool. Now, they can't trigger each other. It'll only chain like one time, but that's still quite good. Other ones that are good, I used this set as well on her. So Fury is good on basically every DPS, honestly, that I've tried it on. But this is super good. So we get our 10% attack up, and then when they land a crit, the resulting damage is increased by 12%. That's really good. And then Keen Eye, which I have currently on Didding over here, increases your crit damage. So I think, some combination of these, you probably want to do like, Momentum Fury or Keen Eye Fury or Battle Will Fury, something like that. And for a shell, again, I've been trying to farm this guy long before Yelly was even announced. But I think the community has pretty much decided that Revelation is the way to go with her. I have not gotten a good Revelation, which is why I haven't built it yet and put it on her. But I think Revelation might be her best in slot, and I think the Lion might be number 2. They're two that'll both work very well with her. For your passives over here, I got this effect accuracy. This is really good because you're gonna be landing that defense down, and then crit rate up, penetration, and then just we got some extra attack here for overclocking. I could like re-roll these to get some better stuff, but I don't want to use all my materials, and these were like pretty good rolls that are at least applicable to her. So yeah, got some decent rolls with her. She's been putting in work for me. She's been a lot of fun to use, and just like nuking people with her in Arena has also been pretty dope. So, speaking of Arena, let's do some RTA. Let's do some RTA. What would be really insane is if Battle Will would trigger her skill 1 follow-up, and then that would trigger Battle Will, and then that would, like, if it could go back and forth, which, I mean, it would be a, in theory, infinite combo, which is probably good for the game that they didn't do that, but that would be crazy. First pick Freya. All right, well, we're gonna first pick our Lily, which is just always ends up being an auto ban, of course. And then we'll second pick our best DPS, which is going to be Rosa. All right, they got the Didding. And Hellkid. Okay, this has actually never happened before, that somebody picks Hellkid before me. Sometimes my Hellkid gets banned, but I've never had someone just pick Hellkid. That's crazy. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to go with Valerian. And then we're going to go with Yelly to counter their Didding. So my Lily probably gets banned. My Rosa counters their Hellkid. My Yelly counters their Didding. And my Valerian is just my sustainability. And now I want to use Kraken for my general crowd control. Could also use Kloss, of course. But I'm going to go with Kraken. Now, who do I ban here? I could ban the Didding, but I don't think I'm going to. I could either ban the Doki Doki or the Hellkid. I think I ban the Hellkid. We'll see if I end up regretting that. I maybe should have banned the Doki Doki. But what I'm hoping here is that I can freeze and Doki Doki won't get her advantage before I end up just like killing their DPS units. So my Kraken is very fast. Usually he gets to go first. So we hopefully land a freeze on the Doki Doki, and anybody else is a bonus. Okay, Ditting and Doki Dokis. That was good. That was good. Okay. So now we're going to target Ditting. Oh, dude. All right. Yeah, that was it. Rosa just ripped through them and then we got the win. So. All right, match two. Match two. You have a question. Do you guys think you should invest Valerian's skill 1 and 2 or just skill 3 to 5? I just invested in skill 5. I mean, skill 3 all the way. I mean, I guess if you just have a lot of lattices around, evolution lattices maybe, but I don't think she needs anything else. All right, so we're going to go with Hellkid as our second pick this time, just because they picked Lilith, so we can counter her with Hellkid. All right, we got a Heinrich. Heinrich and Lilith. These were actually two of my least favorite characters to play against in the beta. Ooh, and a Leanne. Leanne's actually scary. Okay, so we're going to go with Rosa. And I think Ling Lo, because she will purify things from Heinrich and also be good against Leanne. Ooh, they got a Jada. Okay. Jada could be scary. And a Tsukiyomi. Okay, so what do we want here? I could pick Valerian. Could pick Klaus. Or Freya. I think I'd go with Kraken, though. I almost went with Klaus, but I'm worried that I won't be able to kill their Leanne. We're going to ban... We're going to ban Jada. I worry they won't be able to kill their Leanne right away, and then she would just kill my Klaus. So that's why I ended up not doing that. And sure enough, he banned my Rosa. So that, yeah, I would have been a sitting duck there against his Leanne. Okay, so we're pretty fast. So we'll take the opportunity to buff Hellkid. And we'll use our shield right away and target Lilith. They can get a lot of incremental advantage from Lilith. Ooh, this Lilith is very tanky too. Alright, let's hope we land some freezes here with Kraken. One on Heinrich. Alright, well, at least it wasn't a complete whiff. Lilith is already putting in work for him. See what he does with Tsukiyomi. Buffs his Leanne. Now, I'm not super scared of this. I mean, it was a lot of damage, but it wasn't crazy, right? Okay, so... let's just start hitting the Leanne more. And we'll use our big AoE heal. It's going to purify our speed down. Heinrich becomes unstunned. We'll attack down and probably kill the Leanne with this attack. Yep. Okay, I'm going to see if I can freeze Heinrich. Yes, we did. What's up, Maximilian? Welcome to the stream. Let's AoE. Let's try and finish off this Heinrich. And then even though like Lilith is annoying and Tsukiyomi is good support, once Heinrich's gone, they're really just like they don't really have anything to do. So if we can kill him, then we're just good. But let's see if we can stun the Lilith. Yep, we did. We'll defense down on Heinrich again. Turn our focus to Heinrich. I've been silenced, but that's fine. I don't need to heal anyway. Alright, and then we just won at this point. Like, I don't know if they'll make us play us out, but... You know. So, I'm not saying I'm the best PvP player ever. You know, there's definitely some masters out there. But I hope that, like, kind of explaining my choices and, like, talking about my reasons for doing things can at least help you guys and improve your arena game a little bit. This guy is sticking with it. He's like, I'm gonna make you finish me. And I think one of the things... Oh, let's do the buff. I think one of the things that's important to be able to understand for any kind of like turn-based game, whether it's an RPG video game or a card game or anything, is like assessing if you are the aggressor or the control. Like there's this old like Magic the Gathering adage of like who's the beatdown. And, like, knowing if you're the player that wants the game to go longer or end more quickly is really important. And that's not always as simple as it seems. Like, it's not as simple as being like, oh, well, I built an aggro team, I'm trying to cleave, so then, like, I always, you know, am the beatdown. Like, the person who's going to be, like, control versus the aggro can shift from turn to turn. And like being able to like read that situation properly is a big part of having success in these kind of games. All right, so we're saving up for more perfect lattice fragments. How many do we have? Okay, we're halfway there. We got 25. Let's go back. What about a new notification? Oh, asynchronous echoes. Because I still have not beat Kururu. I have not done the Ethernet rally at all since it reset. Let's start farming again really quick. So let's go to... Let's farm shells. We're trying to get more of this freaking guy. But Revelation never drops for me. It's so annoying. But we'll do a continuous battle on this. Okay. Let's go back into the Cage Rumble and try and fight Sharon. Oh, okay. It's just showing her skills. Sure. Challenge. Okay, so... Oh, all right. So I was wondering about this. I was like, can I reuse units? You cannot. So I may have screwed myself over. Because I used a lot of my best stuff over here. How can I fight Sharon at this point? All right, we definitely want to bring Chloros. Valerian. Mia. This is probably kind of rough. We could use Wait, who's the third boss? Pate. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this definitely changes things. This definitely changes things. But it is how it is. We're stuck with it for this run. So, so I'd probably save Freya for the next fight. I could use Hoyon and Freya as my sources of damage for the next fight with Tsukiyomi. So let's see, that'll be what? 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Let's see. If I put Yeli on this squad. Oops, not Hoyon, Yeli. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can use Kraken, which would be 5. So use Dina here. I think this is my best case scenario. All right. All right, here we go. Dr. Hills couldn't even get a high enough score to get the second boss. Oh, dang. Oh, now we're fighting both at the same time. Oh, okay, so I'm re-fighting this boss, and I'm fighting Sharon. So it's not sequential. But I guess you have to get a strong enough score against Nico Nana to then be able to fight Sharon. Gotcha. Alright, well, let's see how this is going over here. This is not a terrible team, but it's definitely a worse team than my first one. Like, had I known what was going to happen, I would have saved Hellkid for this fight 100%. Yeli doing her thing, though. Dude, did you see that? So we got 3 triggers, and the lion was triggering. And then she got attacked from the bramble, so she retired back again and triggered the lion again. I love those kind of like chainy combo-y kind of moves. Like, it's just like a fun way of playing, you know? And I see we keep our score from before. So we're building upon... Oh no, she just nuked Yeli. Alright, that's bad news. That's bad news. But yeah, okay, so we're building upon our C score from before. Mia went down? Oh, we're so screwed. We're so screwed. My Dina isn't even geared. Like, I mean, she has gear on her, but it's like... It's nothing good. I was not prepared for this, but hey, this was just part of like figuring out what this game mode was, right? All right, Valerian versus the world. Let's go. All right, well, that was that. So back to Nico Nana. I'm sure we'll do fine going through the next 2.5 minutes like this. All right, if we can't even get to B at this point, that's going to be embarrassing. Let me check in on Discord real quick. Oh, new people joining my server. Okay, we're approaching rank B. We're approaching rank B. Can we get there before the 1 minute mark? Nope, but we're still close. We're still close. Dude, I definitely front-loaded this team way too much. And I even wondered, but I was like, can I use these units again? I just assumed I probably could. Alright, we made it to rank B. We made it to rank B. No thanks to my Sharon team over here. She's just chilling, playing the harp. She's like already messed with all those fools. Okay, so B ranked victory. Rewards were significantly less. Probably because I was terrible against Sharon. I cannot fight Apate. Phase 400 enters final battle phase. So I had to reach phase 400. I only hit 272. Okay. So can I reset this? Can I change my teams? Okay, yeah. So I can redo them now. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so with that in mind, let's take Mia out. Take Hellkid out. Go over here. Put in Hellkid. And then over here. I don't know. My Tsukiyomi has like no gear on her. We have to just put Kraken. I wonder if this is enough. This might make the difference. Try it. Kraken's not going to do a whole lot in this fight. But again, I only have so many units that are actually built, right? And he'll be fine in this fight. Like, he's not going to be at risk of just, like, dying right away, you know? And hopefully Ling Lo will just keep everybody healthy. What I'm more concerned about is Sharon over here. So we should be pretty tanky now that we have Hellkid. Combined with Valerian, we should be good. Thing is, my Dina is not well geared. Like, the weak links here... It's definitely Dina. Dina and Kraken. Kraken more because he just doesn't have anything to like do in that fight. Like, I'm not trying to freeze the boss. I don't even think she can be frozen. And this one, Dina, even though she's good against Sharon, just doesn't have good gear. I don't have enough gear to give her. Oof. Yelly still took a ton of damage. She likes targeting Yelly a lot. And Valerian did not have a shield to put up. Does Hellkid? Okay, okay. We'll keep Yelly alive. That's good, that's good. Okay, so we're getting relatively equivalent scores so far. So it looks like I made balanced teams. Oop, Yelly just went down. Dina looks like she's possibly going to go down. All right, we need to cross 400 though. That's the goal here, so we can fight all 3 bosses. Okay, let's. I'm actually gonna record a video here. Let's record a video. Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Etheria restart video. I am streaming and doing the new boss rush challenge right here, and my Sharon team just went down. So, I thought I was gonna reach 400 there. Let's actually not record at the moment. Let's restart that. I started just a little too soon. Dang, we were so close. Because I want to be able to demonstrate getting to the 3rd tier. So maybe I don't use Yelly in that fight, because she seems to be fragile against Sharon. So let's quit this. Let's quit this. Hold up. Exit battle. Man, we were right on the brink of hitting Sharon. Dang, so close. Okay, so let's try the challenge again. So if I don't use Yelly, that's kind of crazy. I don't know why. I think she just likes hitting Yelly a lot. Maybe I should use Claws. Kiptro asks, didn't you say I had something to do today? Yes, but not quite yet. We're still good. Kloss can be kind of fragile too, or maybe use Freya. Maybe I use Freya here. Freya or Kloss? Let's try Kloss. Okay, let's see how this fight goes. See if I can actually record. Dude, we hit 391. That's so annoying. Kloss is kind of squishy too. My hope is that with some like turn meter manipulation and defense break, Kloss will help. Also, I think Sharon's going to target like Hellkid and Chloros more now that Yelly's not there. So we might be okay. She's immune to a lot of stuff, though. So the Sharon team always starts out strong, and it looks like we struggle more at the end, and then the Nico Nana team catches up a lot. Kloss just went down. I don't know. This might be worse than when we were using Yelly. Hellkid went down. Okay, this is not gone well. Yelly was the better move. Okay, let's exit this. Okay, so we have one more challenge that I can do here. So maybe we put Lily over here. Might be time to build Sonya. We'll try this. We'll try this. I don't know. I don't know. It's all about experimentation. Okay, so over here, if I don't have Lily, I kind of don't have a great option to give to Nico Nana, if we're being honest. Lily was definitely better over here. We're definitely sacrificing people because I've already put on Kraken instead of Hellkid. So I need someone that's pretty dang good here. I could put in Yelly. She's good with Rosa. But we're kind of just like all DPS. It's a little bit awkward. The thing is she's red element, so I don't want to put Kloss or Freya because they're probably just going to get nuked. My Tsukiyomi doesn't really have any gear on her, otherwise I would try her. But my Tsukiyomi is not geared. Alright, we'll try this one. We'll try this one. Making multiple teams when you don't have a lot of gear to get everybody is definitely a struggle. And this is the very first day of this event, right? So this will get easier as the week goes on because, of course, we'll be farming more and more gear. Things are going to be okay, you know? Dr. Eagle says, you love how Hoyon just made a comeback from losing 3 units and she just rezzed after sniping one of the opponent. Nice. Dude, Hoyon in PvP is pretty amazing. I feel like a lot of times I don't have a chance to use her. Like, she doesn't make it on my roster. Maybe I should force her more often, but... yeah, she's really good. The few times that I have actually used her in Arena, I've had the same experience. Where, like, they kill her, but, like, she just comes back and then kills them. It's pretty great. Okay, I think we're doing better overall. Everything's looking better here. Do I dare try and record? We'll wait. I don't want to get my hopes up. Last time we were at like 390 and I started a video and then I died. Our Nico Nana team has already passed it. Okay. Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Etheria restart video. I'm doing the new boss rush challenge mode, and it's pretty cool, but it's also pretty challenging. So you're gonna fight multiple bosses at once, starting only fighting one against Nana, and you have 5 minutes to fight her. You need to get a good enough score to open up the next boss, which will be Sharon that you can see I'm fighting now. At that point, you're gonna need to fight both bosses at the same time. So you can see if I go back over here to Nana, we can see my team over here is fighting them. And so I'm fighting them both at the same time, meaning I can't share units. Now this is definitely going to be a gear check to see if you have enough shells and gear to put on enough units to make multiple cohesive teams at once. You can't use any assist units here either. It's all on you. The important thing is that you get a score above 400 to be able to open up the next boss. And again, you're gonna have a 5-minute timer to do this for each of these boss rush rounds. After I beat this, I'm actually not gonna be able to challenge the next level because I've used all of my attempts for the day, kind of experimenting on what teams worked. But once we finish this round here against Nana, I will have opened up the next boss. Now, again, I'm not gonna be able to use the challenge because you're gonna get 5 attempts in a day. But I would then need to build 3 different teams. Astarte is the 3rd boss, and that's going to be a major gear check. So at that point, good luck to you. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. We'll watch the rest of this boss fight against Nana play out. I'm loving Yelly, by the way. She's been putting in a lot of work. Finding the teams that worked here was tough. When I first went in the first time, I didn't know that I wasn't going to be able to reuse units or that I would have to fight them at the same time. I thought I would just keep going like from boss to boss to boss. That's not how that works. And so I kind of screwed myself over on my first round against Sharon because I didn't have any good units left for her because I completely stacked my first team. So don't make that mistake. The first time you fight her though, don't worry about it. You know, whatever you need to do to get your 400 score on Nana, just unlock Sharon. Do it. But then after that, you're going to need to make sure that you split up your teams more evenly. You're going to want some sustain because the fight goes on pretty long because it goes for 5 minutes no matter what, right? I mean, and then you just get as high of a score as you can. All right, we are to the end of this one. We got a B rank, and it kind of builds off of your previous score. So once I had beat Nana the first time, I had ended with a C. And then when I started the second round to fight both Sharon and Nana at the same time, I kept that C rank and then started building from there and got the B rank. So it's going to take me back to the menu. And the final boss is Astarte. Now, I don't have any challenges left, but because I reached at least 400, I unlocked her. Again, I kind of wasted mine because I'm on stream recording live and I was trying to just like play around with teams and experiment to see what would work. But now in my next fight, I would be able to fight all 3 at the same time. So hopefully this helps you out. Obviously your strategies are going to be different depending on whatever units you have. But I think more than like even units you have built, it's a gear check. Because if you don't have enough really good gear equipped across, in this case, 15 different units, then it doesn't matter what units you pulled, you're not going to do that well, right? So keep farming that gear, keep working. It's going to get easier throughout the week of this event, but don't ignore it because the rewards here are amazing. So like right here, I'm going to be able to grab 15 pieces of perfect lattice. I've already claimed a bunch of them down here. You can even get some pulls and some hydro crystals. This is kind of a cool mode. I think this is better than the Infinity Train. I think this is more interesting. It is a completely full auto mode though, so keep that in mind. I don't know if I mentioned that already. You can only do complete auto. Like not even just not on manual, but like you can't even select targets, okay? So like once you start the fight, your hands are completely off of it and whatever happens, happens. So good luck. Let me know if you guys have any questions or tips for other people in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe for more Etheria Restart news and guides. I also stream on Twitch like I'm doing right now. Link to that in the description below and link to my community Discord. And we are trying to fill one more spot in my union. So far, we've been winning everything we've been doing, but we do need to replace one member because they went MIA. So let me know if you are a high-level player and you're interested in joining the union. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next video and on stream. All right, that is a video recorded. And we completed our farming and got poo-poo results. All right, guys. I do have to go now, but thanks for hanging out. Look, even bro's yawning over here. It's been a good stream as usual. If you're in my union on Etheria right now, get those attacks in. Let's keep the beat out going. If you're a Nikke player, thanks for hanging out for this long, and hopefully we get our solo raid back soon. I don't know what's happening with that. I don't think Shift Up knows what's happening with that yet either. But all right, hope you guys have a good night, morning, afternoon, wherever you guys are at in the world. I'll catch you guys in the next video or stream.